Hey guys, what's up? How y'all doing? I'm here to talk to you guys about the new chapter of One Piece, which is on chapter 1098. I read this chapter very early morning here and there, but I was unable to do a video on it because I have my other priorities, obviously, in life. But this chapter right here really got me so down, I guess. Well, not down. I don't know how to explain it. Maybe I could explain it, but I'm pretty sure if you guys read this chapter, you'll know what I'm feeling. This chapter really kind of got me on edge and in sadness, especially how it turned out. Many people were talking about saying that this chapter literally should make One Piece a seinen and so forth. And I'm thinking about mine, yeah, I understand, but it's still shown into the end of the day or in present time. I mean, if Oda went through a seinen series, I can imagine it'll be 3 or even 5 times more messed up than I can imagine. But Oda is always meant for crazy, tragic stories, man. He's like this next William Shakespeare kind of thing, knowing how to get things right, get things to stretching your heartstrings and wondering what really happened, you know? So if anything else, let's just get this started. We have to it, that things as Kuma was part of the revolutionaries, he's always been doing his best to help out here and there. And the sad thing about Ginny is that she got kidnapped by a celestial dragon because she caught the eye of... the celestial dragon had her eye on her. I don't know. Although the revolutionaries are looking great for now here and there, they were unable to truly save Ginny, which is really upsetting that they didn't even try at least. I thought Dragon would at least try, but let's be honest with you, if I even think about it, after what Dragon did and so forth, I'm pretty sure if he even tried to rescue Ginny, especially if she was at the Holy Land of Marijas or something like that, however you want to call that place is, it would have been suicide, honestly, because depending on who was there and who guards the Holy Land of Marijas, it would be suicide. I'm pretty sure you guys might be thinking Luffy would not hesitate to do so. Yeah, because Luffy is super strong, let's be honest. As for Dragon, we don't really know how strong he is. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's wanted by the government, that's how strong he is and why he's hated, but you get the idea. Eventually, 2 years passed, and it looks like to me Ginny somehow was actually released, and she doesn't have much time left, and she managed to contact Dragon, Kuma, and Ivankov. And she says she's sick right now and that she doesn't have time, etc. Now, right now, she's at death's door and she just wants to say her goodbyes. Kuma is not willing to do this and that he goes to a location where Ginny would be at. Sadly, though, the moment he arrived at that location, which is the church he's been growing up with Ginny, sadly for her, she passed away. The residents of the church and so forth, and talking to Kuma about it, is that the moment she was exposed to sunlight, her entire body turned blue in the sun, like her skin hardened like stone, and therefore Ginny died, and all she left behind was her baby. Even the elders tell Kuma everything, that she could cross the ocean and make it home to them as best she can, and eventually, yeah, Ginny passed away because of this disease. Now, for the rest of the chapters, it involved Kuma taking care of Bonnie, which apparently is Ginny's child. Now, we'll get to that just a moment, etc. And it is disturbing if I even think about it, depending on how analytical you are. But let's continue the chapter. We had to, Kuma's trying to help raise the baby. The elders are helping Kuma out, and Kuma does his duty to the revolutionaries, and that he met Sobo by that time and trained him. And then, there are some bullies here and there. And then, we had to, Kuma warns everyone. Kuma realizes that Bonnie has the same disease as her mother, which is really sad. We had to, the residents decided to help Kuma out and call each doctor. But sadly, though, it's not helping. They're not familiar with the condition. Because of this, Kuma decides to leave the revolutionaries for a reason, And by that time, Dragon says, okay, I understand to live without regrets, but I'll contact the best doctors I can around you, And when it comes to bullies, Bonnie had no issue kicking their butts, no problem. But Kuma worried about her safety, saying, hey, please stay inside, don't do anything. And, it's a daily life routine, enjoying themselves. They're going to go travel around the world if they want to, which is fun. Yeah, that kind of thing. But the doctor that knows Bonnie's disease, which Ginny contracted, which we don't really know how or something, but I guess it's a genetic disease, considering that it's already to Bonnie when she's very young. The doctor tells Kuma that the disease that Bonnie has is called Sapphire Scale. We don't really know what the real translation is until we find out this Sunday or something. You get the idea. But this disease is incurable. Even if you were to not be exposed to sun or moonlight or something like that, it's only a matter of time before it catches up to you, and that she only has about 5 years at best before it kills her. I'm thinking in my mind, oh my gosh, this is really devastating. But if Bonnie is alive in present time of One Piece, I could have a couple theories on that, which I think could come true, but we'll get to that just a moment, Let's continue the chapter. Kuma very worried and in very sadness and distress. Bonnie heard everything, saying that the disease will go away once she's age 10, and let's go freaking enjoy ourselves to an adventure, But sadly though, the ending of the chapter comes about Sorbet Kingdom and about the stupid King Burkurly has returned just as monstrous as ever, and Kuma, worried about this, is asked by the elders to take care of him because he's going to burn the people in their homes and that kind of thing and so forth. Now, One Piece will be on break next week, but honestly, take your breaks, Oda. Take 2 weeks, 3 weeks, take a month if you have to. Because whoever read this chapter today, fan translated or not, you'll see that there are some incompleted pictures or drawings in the manga. I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about, etc. So that just shows that Oda, despite him being maybe at a very freaking medium age or 48 years old here and there, the guy is pretty much not in a very good health position. We knew this from the moment he started taking a lot of breaks here and there, and that's when I start to understand that he should really take his breaks. Oda, if you can hear me and so forth, take your breaks. Onegashimasu. Nemure, sleep if you have to, man. I mean, rest, please. I'd rather have you finish the series, you alive and healthy, than you not finishing it and you're at death's door on a hospital bed. You've been through a lot already, and I heard enough about you being in a hospital involving your eyes. Heck, there was one time I heard you got your tonsils removed and so forth. I'm thinking in my mind, okay, you really need to take your breaks. Especially when I saw this chapter, when it comes to certain pages and pictures being not finished completely. Yeah, I'm worried about you, man. If you need to take your breaks in health, man, I don't mind it. I'm pretty sure a lot of fans don't mind it. You're in the final stretch right now. You just entered the final saga or something for One Piece. So whatever you have to do, take your breaks, man. I mean, I love you to death, which is why I'm telling you this now. Okay, me being off topic. Let's talk about the chapter, Ginny got a baby with Bonnie from a celestial dragon. There's no way in heck she could get it from Kuma, because if that was the case, I'm pretty sure their child, well, it's now Kuma's child, no matter what, all things considered. Yeah, you could guess what I'm getting at here. It was really sad and disturbing, considering that baby came from a celestial dragon, and it's already giving me some disturbing vibes, because many people compare this as that scene from a certain series, which I'm not going to talk about here, and so forth. And I can understand why they call this chapter should have turned One Piece into a seinen, because there were many scenes that freaking would have been a seinen, like a literal seinen instead of a shonen. I mean, anyone who's been reading or watching One Piece from the very beginning up until right now, reading or watching the anime of One Piece, or reading the chapters on One Piece, you understand that there were so many scenes that was only implied and never explicitly shown, which shows a lot of crazy stuff. Not to mention some gory, explicit stuff, etc. that had to be censored in the anime now and then. You get the idea. But that aside, yeah. And when it comes to the incurable disease on Bonnie, at this point, there's only one solution how she could have been cured. I mean, like, Dr. Vegapunk has to be one of them. That's the theory, or a certain devil fruit that helped Jewelry Bonnie to cure her own disease, or something like that. Maybe the one she has now. I don't know. You get the idea. Anyone who's been reading or watching One Piece, we could guess a lot of theories of why Bonnie is alive in present time in One Piece right now. And she's already at death's door again because we all know what's up. That aside, yeah. That's the only solution how Jewelry Bonnie got her disease cured. Incurable disease, the sapphire scales or something like that. And I believe that's where Kuma volunteered to become that experiment with Vegapunk. You get the idea. Whatever the case situation is, you understand. So yeah, that's the only things I want to talk about. In simple summary, in this chapter, Ginny managed to be released from the Celestial Dragon because she's sick, and then she dies, and then she leaves a baby behind for Kuma to take care of. Sadly, though, that baby Ginny, that Ginny had, Bonnie, she is apparently contracted the same disease, but she doesn't have it now in present time in One Piece, which our solution is because of possibly Dr. Vegapunk, etc. We don't know. We'll find out. I mean, it's just a theory, honestly, but it has yet to be confirmed. I could be wrong. I don't mind being wrong. I'll give myself a slap to the face if I'm wrong. I don't mind that. But yeah. Okay, and when it comes to the kingdom that he's living in with Bonnie, that kingdom's attacked, and that it's gonna spring Kuma back into action. And One Piece is gonna be on break. Like I said, Oda, take your breaks, man. I mean, when reading this chapter right now, it's incomplete, which is everyone's to concern. I mean, we want you to be at full good health, my Oda Sensei. You've been doing this series of One Piece for a very long time, and we are grateful every time you're giving us those chapters, man. We are always going to be grateful. But your health comes first, so if you need to take your month or even 2 months break, or even more than that, we are willing to wait. Take care of your health first, man. I mean, we love you. We want this series to be done in the most healthy way for you, So, yeah, until then, people, I'll see you guys in the next video. So, I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day. I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot!